Left, you've got Chisom Okpara. On your right, we've got Maxime Raynaud. Season high 15 for Chiz, and new program record with 21 double-doubles in a season for Maxime. We'll open it up for questions.
Yeah,
Go.
Man, how does it feel to be in Stanford lore as the best double-double guy?
It feels really good. I didn't get emotional, but feels kind of special just coming here 4 years ago as a French freshman that had really no idea how this was going to turn out. So definitely being in the books is particular, and also because I tied the record like 6 games ago and I just could not get one for 5 games. So yeah, it feels special, and I love the way we did it. Our first half was absolutely amazing. Second half wasn't as great, but still won the game by almost 20. So yeah, so happy to share it with these guys. I think they've been really good for me, and I've been really good for them. So yeah, it's really special.
Chisom, I was going to ask you just what's been kind of key to your in the second half kind of success this year?
Yeah, me just taking every opportunity. Don't take any opportunity for granted. Just keep hooping, trusting my abilities, and just going and impacting the game in any way I could. I feel like a lot of times with defenders I have a mismatch. So if you give me space and shoot it, if you can draw up on me, drive, you cut me out, pivot, and then I have a great shooter that's 7 foot. The game's pretty simple. So slow it down for myself. That's been the key.
Max, you guys have been a really good first half team this year. Just talk a little bit about that.
We haven't, or we have?
No, you have.
Oh, we have. I think we're preparing really well. Honestly, our game plan coming into the game was to try to shut down Hands, number 13, and he only had 3 points in the whole first half. So I thought we did that really well, and I'm really proud of the guys for handling success. Obviously, it was a big time game on Saturday against Cal, first sweep in a decade for us. And the way the guys came back at practice on Monday and were locked in all along was really good. Sorry. So, yeah, I just think everybody's dialed, everybody's ready to go, and everybody know their roles. And as Chiz mentioned, that's what makes us better, right? So, yeah, really proud of the guys for that.
You forced 12 first half turnovers, more turnovers than field goals for Boston College. What was the key to that?
Just ball pressure, and then the weak side just coming over and helping. So just really focusing on ball pressure, any opportunity just get closer to the ball.
Yeah.
All right, so Max, in the first half, you had 3 rebounds, and it was looking like this would be another one of those days where you don't
haters.
But you had 3 threes, and then at one point you were shooting 80% from 3 and 80% from the field. So what was that like when you were in the halftime? So I'm hitting my shots from 3, but I'm not really rebounding. So were you cognizant of that at halftime?
I definitely was. I think you pointed something really interesting. All the threes and all the high field goal percentage, this is just extra. This is bonus. My role at first is get rebounds, set good screen, and roll hard, right? And then everything that comes with it is just because their defense have to adapt, and our guys find me pretty well. But as you said, this has to be my main point of focus, and I think I did a better job in the second half. And naturally, everybody played better as well. I really don't think any game should be a one-man show. If someone's shooting 90% or 40% or whatever, it's cool or it's bad. But I think overall the scoring was super spread out. I mean, Chiz had 15, JB had 11, Ozai had 18, had 23, Ryan had 9. It was really spread out. So I think that's a sign of a group that is living really well. And yeah, always going back to the bread and butter. I think that's the most important.
Chisom, you had a 19 against Boston College last year, I believe. So how much familiarity do you have with that team? How different are they from what they were last year?
No, yeah, last year I feel like, personally speaking, they were much stronger. That Quinton Post and Jada Zachary, and they had another player that was I believe at Missouri, but yeah, had an older team last year, and last year my role was different at Harvard. So, but yeah, just this year I just came in the mentality just try to do the best. I try to forget about that game. Definitely before the game I watched the highlights to see what to do well. And they guarded me to pretty much the same. Back up, let them shoot, and then once I made a shot, they drive on you, just flip your hips, and But definitely just keep attacking like I did last year.
You're 7'10" from the field. What just got into you so that you were able to make quality shots and get them in?
Yeah, I feel like part of my game is just taking my time when I'm down there. Like, I'm pretty big and strong, so like, not a lot of times someone can like block my shot unless I feel rushed. So like, one thing I try to tell myself when I'm hooping is just like, take your time. Like, there's always like an alternative. Like, if someone cuts off my shot, teammate's open. You know, I'm pretty good at drawing 2 defenders. So it's mainly playing slow and just taking my time.
So Chisom, in the first half, they shot 2 for 11 from 3, 18%. The second half, they were 5 for 9, 55%. What are you trying to figure out defensively to, when a team is really hot out of nowhere?
Yeah, I just see this just try to we deviate away from our principles. I feel like when teams do that, like personally, I gave up a 3 because I helped strong side. We never do that, and that was just a lapse of mentally, and it's like as a sign of fatigue, getting lazy. So main thing is just like sticking to our principles initially, and then once we got back to it, I feel like we shut them out pretty well.
All right, so Chisom, what does it feel like for you to play with a guy that's having a historic season like this, and this is your first year in this ACC conference? So what has it been like playing with?
No, it's been awesome. It's been awesome. It's been like raising that the minimum is so high. So like this is success is just got to raise up to that level, and I love it. I just love the pressure. I love like all the attention he brings. It makes me better in practice. It makes me better in games. It makes me want to play for him. And just like keep doing it all for him. And at the same vice versa, he plays for all of us. He's probably the most unselfish star I ever played with. So
The star is crazy.
so it makes my life easy. I just try to make his life easy too.
Maxime, you passed Adam Keefe tonight, so Adam's been around this program a lot over the years. Did you talk to him about this?
Well, I mean, I definitely talked to his son about it because I played with him. We saw them at Duke. I think he was courtside when I tied the record against NC State. I haven't talked to him directly about it, but I think there's like a common understanding of like we're all trying to raise the bar for a Stanford program, and he's been so good for us. I remember the past couple of years when we played UCLA or USC, he would always like host a dinner at his house or something like that. And even to this day, like he's been around the program a lot. He used to play with our coach Eric Raynaud as well. So it's really good to see that like being a Cardinal is not just a 4-year decision, but a lifetime decision. So yeah, it's awesome to see this like Cardinal family still being really tight and all together. And yeah.
All right. With one more, either one of you two, with one more conference game left here at Maples, are you guys really proud of the way you guys have played home during this conference season? Only one loss, that hiccup, but if you guys win, you'd be 9-1 here at Maples.
I mean, more than that, we're like 14 and 2.
ACC.
Oh, ACC. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I mean, definitely. I think the people really showed up this year, and I really think we took advantage of the fact that our home court is a great home court. I do believe that other teams are not as used as us traveling across country for games. I don't know if that impacts a lot, but honestly, yeah. I mean, it feels good to win. Having a high home win percentage is really, really cool. Try to keep it going for the senior night. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if you have anything about that. Just yeah, it feels good.
I'm just curious. Your sister plays on the tennis team here.
Yeah.
Kind of how fun is it to have a sister? It's a different sport.
It's awesome, yeah. So before this game, I was watching a little bit of her doubles match. So she was playing well, doing her thing. But I haven't been to school with her in a while, since like I want to say elementary school, middle school. So it's definitely cool. It's like having my mom on campus. She's the oldest sibling. Make sure she calls me, sees that if I need anything. Just make sure I'm okay. So that's awesome. It's fun. Definitely fun. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. It's funny though.
Thanks, guys. We'll be back to coaching in a minute.
Mom on campus is crazy.
All right, head coach Kyle Smith. Coach, will you open with a statement?
Yeah, I was really proud of the way our guys played. Obviously, first half we were terrific defensively, which is good. We had like 8 kills against Cal, which is phenomenal. And that was good for us. And kills 3 stops in a row, and I think we had 5 in the first half against a team that's been playing really well. And felt good. Obviously, second half we exchanged baskets a little bit, and they've been playing well. They're a good team, so you're not gonna. Everyone has good players in this league. That's what I mean, I think we did an unbelievable job on Hand, who I think's an NBA prospect at the very least. I know he's already that, and probably player, but we did a great job on him. And just any win in this league is good, and that was a really pretty convincing good win for us.
Just thoughts on Chisom's season high?
No, not Chisom. He's been coming on in practice, been playing better in games. He's in a great spot for us where he gives us another playmaker coming off the bench, and if he keep coming, I'm not surprised. It takes a while for guys to transition. Like my reference is always like when I had junior college guys at other places that, they played 2 years and it takes about half the season to get going and learning things, and that's kind of where he's played 2 years at Harvard, and it takes, when our system's not easy for everyone as far as like learning what to do, but he's comfortable out there, and that's good. He's been good offensively. He's got to take care of the ball, and he did that tonight. And he got on the glass, which is, we've been begging him to do that and getting on him, and it's good to see it, and love to see the improvement.
All right, Coach. Maxime, 3 rebounds in the first half, but was 3 for 4 from 3.
Mm-hmm.
So did you talk to him at halftime, or is that one of those scenarios where you said, I'm glad you were hot from beyond the arc, but we need to get some boards?
You know what? I just challenged him to have another good half. I thought he still played well first half. He only had 3 rebounds. There weren't. We turned him over a lot, actually. I think they had 11 turnovers the first half, so it wasn't as many misses out there. Normally he's grabbing them. But I thought he did. He really played purposeful. He didn't play as many minutes. He was really almost more effective. I think our team was more determined to throw it into him and played well. Right, those 3, he took one bad 3, but the other 2 he made were like right out of the offense. Like there was a pin down that Oziah curled or rejected. He popped back, and each time he gets a shot like that out of the offense, good shot for us. And I thought he played really, really well, and they're pretty excited. He broke the double-double record at Stanford, and that's that's quite an accomplishment, especially I think it was Adam Keefe, and that's a pretty good company to say the least.
I'm just curious, you mentioned the turnovers, 16 points off turnovers. What did you guys do well defensively to force a big change you did that first half?
Our concentration was really good, and I know that we just played man, and I think against Cal we played more man, mixed it up. And they're really hard to keep in front and guard you. And we had 16 deflections in the first half. And a good game is 20. I think Coach Shaw told me that like 20 is a good game. So you have 60 in first half. That was very disruptive. And I think Jalen's finally, Blake's kind of back as far as, he missed about 10 days, got back playing. It takes about another 10 days. I think he's finally, I think he had like 7 deflections in there in the half, so I think that was the biggest part. He's always spearheading it for us that way, and we were playing on a string, like we were connected. Like some of those turnovers, like it was when the ball screen covers and they try to throw cross court, we got a hand on it, and the next guy was running through there, and some picture perfect plays, in fact.
All right, so Coach, it was 37-19 at the break, but then you guys only won by 18 after being up at 18 at the half. Is that something that you're not really panicking about, or is that like a really big issue?
It's been an issue for us all year a little bit. We've had tough second halves and haven't been able to get stops, and we challenged it, got to handle success, and we had some lulls in there. That's part of getting good. I think we were up 17 Cal in the second half, and maybe someone accused one of our players of being a front runner, and I said, and I turned it into a positive. I said, everyone thinks that's negative. That means that guy was in front. And I said, he was in front. It's hard to get in front. I said, it's usually the lazy guys. They're like, oh, I can come from behind. So I think, and actually every program that I've been associated with, we've gotten, it's always we get off to, and it's hard to go 40 minutes. And what the effort we're asking to do that, and it's another growing spot. You want to do better, you want to play better. And I thought there were some lapses, and we'll look at it. We'll keep growing. Like I said, that's our deal. Is just stay with the process, try to get better each day.
Do you think that's something you can coach, or is it more of just something that happens?
Experience helps a lot. Like I said, even the Cal game that team was fighting so hard, and that game just was so pressure packed, and it got tied up, and we were hung on there. And I think that helps your confidence in those close games, and just understand, like everyone this time of year, some teams are fighting for their lives a little bit. And Boston College has been like that recently, and I thought we did a great job of not letting them get too confident in here, especially early. And that can, team on the road, you jump them early. It's hard. It takes a little wind out of their sails.
You were to get the ball inside to Maxime a lot tonight, and they kind of gave him a lot of one-on-one looks, probably the most in a while. Was that something you expected to see?
When wasn't sure. Most people even come with a double. They're pretty they're really well coached, I think, as far as what they do. They're gonna, ice the ball screens on the side. They're gonna mostly they cover down on the post off the strong side, and they're long and pretty quick. So they stayed with their system, I thought, for the most part. And their guy's a good defender. Venning's strong and he's long. He blocks shots and it's hard to get around him. I think Maxime, he had some tough, but his game is like some 8-foot jump hooks after a move that was good to see him putting those balls in. That was great.
So, Coach, another conference win here in Naples, and almost perfect this season, but the one loss. So, how gratifying is it to have this Maples magic going on?
It's great. Obviously, you have some success, you're going to feel good about it, and I think our players do. Like I said, it'll be great. Senior night, hopefully we can control our emotions, Jalen, Max, and Cole. And it'd be lovely to finish out with another home win. But, SMU is a very good team, and we'll have our hands full. But I'm excited for our guys to see if they can respond and give one more for with the magic of Maples. We'll get something going. We'll keep it going.
Just talk about what you got out of Ozai in this one. He was very efficient at 18 points.
Ozai is sometimes a guy that I rarely talk about because he's just, you can take him for granted. He's so steady, so consistent. And tonight, forget the points. He had hand. He was a guy that was guarding hand, and he was locked in. He did a great job of limiting his catches and touches, and then super efficient. And I even thought he made a couple questionable decisions for him, but he's easy to coach, and he just keeps playing. And I love to see him when he gets up to the foul line. That's a nice feeling that and him doing more of that too is good.
So, Coach, you guys play SMU on Saturday, I believe. Obviously, tough performance in Dallas, but looking hot now. What are you kind of going into that game?
And we'll look at like I said, we weren't healthy, but they were better. I'll say that I don't think we got to play better. We got to. I said they're a team that doesn't have a lot of weaknesses. I don't know if their point guard will be back, but they still, like, their 8th, 9th guys are pretty significant recruits. They're 1 through 9 are really, really impressive. So we'll look at that film and see the areas that we can do better. And I know right away we need to do a better job transition D. I can assure you that. At least get that straightened out.
All right, one last question. So we got senior day coming up, and it's going to be emotional, as we said. But then you go on the road, Notre Dame and Louisville. So I don't want to foreshadow too much, but is that in the back of your mind about the way the season's going to end?
A little bit. I mean, you can actually we're one at a time and all that. But honestly, a lot of times I say who you play next. I don't always know when it's early in the season because I'm like really focused. But I know that road trip and leading into the conference tournament. That'll be they're all challenging, but it's also kind of exciting. And like I said, this last 5-game stretch, we're kind of making a little mini season. We're 2-0, and with 3 really tough ones coming. And but it'll be interesting. We want to finish strong and being able to compete. And if we can get a win Saturday, that'd be tremendous.
Awesome. Thanks, everybody.
All righty. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
All right, no problem. One more.
See ya.